Box War finally wakes up after sleepy Pat snoozes past Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant. He finally lands. Finally, someone accepts this stimulus package of Hero, Hawkes, Khalil Ware. I mean, I've been hearing about this package for 3 years. An absolute blockbuster. Pat Riley's been teasing this whole time. Basically saying he had bigger fish to fry, all right? And now he delivers. He comes through. Miami has their biggest superstar since LeBron.
The fun guy. The Greek freak.
James, the real question though is what's gonna happen with Thanasis and Alex? You know what I'm saying? What's the Godfather gonna do about that one? But there's a reason why this trade took so long, all right? Because the Boston Celtics came in late with an enticing deal, offering up Twitch streamer Jaylen Brown alongside 2 first-round picks, but Brad Stevens wasn't willing to go all in. So Miami comes out on top and lands the freak from Cream City. But how do we even come to this resolution of Giannis leaving Milwaukee? Well, it all started with Chris Middleton, aka K-Mid, who slipped on a wet spot against the Bulls, which ruined their title defense. Then the next year, Giannis suffers a back injury against the Miami Heat, and they get upset as the 1 seed. So the offseason, they flip everything. They fire Budenholzer, hire Adrian Griffin, trade for Damian Lillard. So Giannis is like, okay, I'll sign a 3-year extension. But somehow, after starting the season 30-13, they fire Adrian Griffin for Doc Rivers. Which was the first sign to me that the organization started losing their mind, okay? Because not only were they playing ass basketball, but they also traded for Kyle Kuzma. They waived Damian Lillard after he suffered an Achilles injury.
They waived him? I thought they traded him back. Man, bro got waived. That's crazy.
He's fine because he's hurt, but it's the largest contract to ever be stretched, all to sign this guy. I mean, of course, signing Cam Thomas was the cherry on top. So Giannis, of course, pissed.
And they waived him too, bro. Oh my gosh.
Goes to owner Jimmy Haslam, who, by the way, also owns the Browns, which kind of explains the Doc Rivers hire. And he says, I want out, especially after the fact that his squad just lost by 45 to the 7-18 Brooklyn Nets without him being on the court. Matter of fact, the previous summer 2025, there was only one team that Giannis wanted to go to outside of Milwaukee, and that was the New York Knicks. He saw the vision, man. He wanted a bagel named after him, but the Knicks ultimately didn't make the move, which was correct. But then this situation gets a bit confusing, because at the start of this year, January 8th, Giannis affirms commitment to the Bucks would never demand trade, which directly contradicts Shams' report at the start of the season. So now people are saying Shams is a fraud. Woj better, because Shams is reporting that Giannis had already agreed behind the scenes with ownership that they should trade him when the time has come. However, Giannis comes out in the public and says he wants to be a Buck, which is why at All-Star Weekend, Giannis said this.
Who did your team, bro? Your team is not fair.
You know why it's not fair?
Why?
Because we have Shams on my team. He cannot hoop.
I mean, he's not wrong, but at this past year's deadline, this is when Pat Riley started poking, offering the same Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Khalil Ware stimulus package that he's been offering the last 3 years, but Doc Rivers still thinks this team can compete. So the Bucks keep Giannis after the deadline, and Doc Rivers calls a meeting. I took teams to the playoffs and to the championship that weren't supposed to. I thought this was one of them. Either you're with us or against us. If you're not playing hard, we're not playing you anymore. And he showed clips of Kyle Kuzma's miscues in recent games, and Kuzma was a DMPC. Later that night in the Bucks 27-point home loss to the Celtics. And then we reached the breaking point, March 15th of this year, where Giannis suffered a bone bruise and the team was 28-39. The Bucks wanted to shut him down and tank. Giannis said it was like a slap in the face for somebody to come and tell me to not play or not to compete. All right, he still wanted to go out there. Said he was healthy enough. Even got the NBPA to investigate his own team.
Hey, man. Giannis loves the game, bro. So I can't even hate on it, bro. Giannis loves the game, and they're keeping his love away from him, bro. He's trying to hoop, bro. Let the man hoop.
People are like, what is wrong with this guy? The Bucks are already out of playoff contention at this point. According to Shams, he had to play at least 41 games to trigger a significant bonus in his Nike deal, promoting his shoes, the Freaks. All right, so the relationship is clearly fractured based on the decisions this front office made. However, Giannis still seems confused. Just 4 days ago, a report comes out. Giannis reportedly doesn't want to leave Milwaukee. He wants to leave the Bucks. What does that mean? He might have CTE, man. I know he plays like a football player. Not sure what's going on, but Kyle Kuzma starts chiming in. As a report from Bill Simmons came out that Kuzma is expected to be included in any trade for Giannis as a Giannis tax. And he took this personally, all right? Since when is a 6'9" wing who plays any role you ask, guards 1 to 5, shot almost 50% from the field, and cares about defense, a throw-in? Bro was not even involved in the deal. But while this was all going on with this whole Giannis saga, Pat Riley was secretly plotting, okay? Rubbing his hands for Giannis. Because after K-Mid got hurt, Donovan Donovan Mitchell requests a trade from the Jazz, preferring the Miami Heat as a trade destination. Miami, however, made an insignificant offer for the Utah Jazz guard. Apparently didn't offer them Bam, Butler, or Hero. And Cleveland ends up getting him for this package, which, you know, Miami probably couldn't have outbid. So it's okay. You know, Riley's just getting warmed up. You know, he's got more plans up his sleeve. Godfather, right? Well, next year, Dame requests a trade. Also mentions the Heat not just as a preferred destination, specifically the Miami Heat. So what does Riles do? He ends up offering Tyler Hero and 2 firsts, and they end up losing again to another Eastern Conference team in the Bucks. That's strike 2 for Pat Riley. But the one and only Kevin Durant was made available for trade in 2025. Who again prefers to land with the Heat, Spurs, or Rockets. 3 teams. So what does Miami do? They turn down the opportunity to place Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, Haywood Highsmith, and the number 20 pick, who ended up being Kasparis Yakuchonis, who lost a jump ball to Yuki Kawamura, who's 5'7" in Japanese. And they weren't willing to give up all that stuff in addition to Andrew Wiggins, Duncan Robinson, and Terry Rozier. This guy's special. This guy just keeps swinging and missing. And Heat fans are so mad that the Miami Herald started a rumor that a Heat had a deal in place for Kyle Lowry to go to the Clippers. It fell through because Pat Riley was sleeping and could not be reached for approval. Heat fans believe this because of how incompetent Pat Riley seemed, but Pat said, hold on. He said, stay patient. I passed on those 3 superstars for a reason. Jake Fisher from Yahoo Sports reports they withheld their best outgoing offers in case a younger and more imposing star became available. That younger star has consistently been understood league-wide as the Freak. And with Giannis saying his trade finalists are the Celtics and Heat, Pat Riley had one last life, one last battle, and he's got to come up against Brad Stevens, who tried pretty hard, all right? They offered my Chinese brother, Jaylen Brown, Finals MVP, and 2 first-round picks, presumably understanding that the duo of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum can't beat the Knicks. The Celtics didn't go all in because they wanted to retain Hugo Gonzalez. Now has a little bit of pressure to show up because clearly the Celtics value this kid a lot if they're missing out on Giannis because of him. But meanwhile, Pat Riley maintaining his same offer. I don't even need to look. All right, Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, first-round pick. Many people thought that this was it for Pat. He's gonna miss out on another one. All right, Heat fans were ready to crash out. Hit free agency, switch teams. Honestly, if they missed out on Giannis, I wouldn't even blame them for rioting in Miami. But the dinosaur finally wakes up. All right, ups the offer, includes Yakuchonis, unprotected first rounders in 31 and 33, pick swap in 2030, and a 2033 second rounder. That's a huge haul. But in my opinion, the winner of this trade is no doubt the Miami Heat. You get a 31-year-old prime Giannis, a literal freak in the Eastern Conference where the only real challenge was the Knicks. You had to go for it there. None of these 4 players are going to be better than Giannis. This isn't like a Paul George situation where they're going to turn the Bucks into OKC. Giannis is legit a bona fide superstar in the NBA. So I'm really excited for the Miami Heat fans. They deserve this, man. They missed out on too many superstars. This looks like their new starting 5 for now. I think they need a new point guard. And they definitely can use some more shooting. Maybe De'Aaron Fox pulls up the South Beach. Can this lineup compete with the Knicks? But what do the Boston Celtics do now? I'm not sure Jaylen Brown wants to be there anymore. How will they pivot towards a new different direction?
Yeah, I think bro wants to play in China. I think he said in one of his streams, if he gets like 400 million, he'll play in China. Wow.
Jaylen Brown to the Lakers? You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's a Laker. But for Milwaukee, now we got to watch Tyler Hero hoop with Kyle Kuzma. I mean, this is going to be something. Honestly, I think I would have taken the Jaylen Brown deal. Apparently, the reason why they didn't take it was because Brown's Bucks owner, Jimmy Haslam, didn't want to risk Jaylen Brown wanting out of Milwaukee in a year after dealing with Giannis and Myles Garrett trade demands. Wanted some certainty in Tyler Heroes from Milwaukee. Also wanted the picks, I guess. But Hoops is back in Miami. Let me know what y'all think about this blockbuster. Let me know who y'all thought won the trade. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you guys are new. I'll see you guys in...
Facts. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out this creator, bro. He always has funny videos. Let me know if you guys want me to react to more of his videos. But until then, I'll see you on the next one.